Hey, Mr. Max again. Right now I'm on a boat that will take us to Goree Island. I think that's an island where they had slaves go to be transported or to go on the ship. Anyway, when I get to the island, I'm going to be filming, so you guys will see. So we're going to Goree Island. That must be the island we're heading to. The program is supposed to be there with us. That's what we're seeing here. But I thought we were going to this island. Yes, maybe not. I don't know. The guy that's supposed to be guiding us, telling us what we see is somewhere maybe in the back talking to buddies, so it's crazy.
Of well, let's say a center which was very much on the center of rivalries between different European powers.
Right.
So there was the Portuguese first, and then later on the English, the French, the Dutch. They all been here in terms of rivalry. And the French, when they acquired the island, so they built many fortifications with the cannons over here.
Okay.
That's why you see the cannons to defend their strategic position of the island.
Yeah.
So now, we start by the house of slaves. And you see, when you enter, you see the hallmarks of violence, meaning the cannons are.
Yeah.
And then even in the foundation of the island, at the basis, so you have that rock which is black, which mainly is called basalt, called the monkey bread.
The monkey bread.
Yeah, that's the fruit. And the leaves now are what we call what we take and then dry it and then grind it to have that green powder.
The green powder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you later on. So then, the house of slave is just around here. So what we're going to do is just go there, buy the ticket, tour the house of slave, and then get out to.
Okay.
So then after, it's not too big. The total amount of the population should be rated around 1,500 or 2,000 people. So,
On the island. On the island.
oh yeah, on the island. So, okay, then. Salam alaikum, tonton. Naka def? These are the traditional pillars on which you should build the link between you, your husband, and the family. Jack. The house of a lady which was called, and then the Dutch people, the Hollanders, were the first one to build that house of slave. Look how history is outward. 1776 then marks the birth of the American democracy on July the 4th. At the same time, they built the house of slave, depriving millions of Africans of their freedom, the basic human rights. In that house of slave, the whole squad could be measured between 200 and 300 persons, separated from different cells. And if you get out here, then you have the women, and here you have the men. So 2 meters and 1 meters.
How many were?
They put as much as they can. And then they were liberated just once to make their basic needs.
Yeah.
And the hygienic condition here was so worse that the first epidemic of plague that invaded the island took place here. And then in that cells, they had shackles in their hands, in their necks, and then they was just liberated once to make their basic needs.
This is
So
not
you can have here a whole family. So, and the separation was total. So the father could be in that cell, the children's here, and the mother in the other side. And that separation also could be followed when they went to the US. So they never left the island with their own African name, but with registered number. They were marked by island. And then here, so then here, you have the young boys.
The young
So the
boys.
boys here, the boys were here. So just on the soil, half naked.
Okay.
So also with the humidity, also with the dampness, then they suffer from lungs diseases and everything that you want. So they had boats called vaders. So in those boats, the normal capacity was 200 or 300 of people. So then in prevision that the crossing would last 3 weeks or 4 weeks, because Goree was one of the closest point to America, then they put more persons on that.
Also, at that time, so from this island to America was how long? 3 weeks? About
3 or 4 weeks. And then here, then you have the young ladies, young girls,
Yeah.
that were here.
So,
And it happens also that the master that was living upstairs had some sexual intercourse with that lady.
With
When
the
they
lady.
get pregnant, they liberate them in the island, giving them a certain sum of money. So they aimed to constitute a caste of rich women called Signor. Signor originated from the Portuguese word senora. They were so influenced, so rich that they influenced the decision of the colonial power in terms of nominating governments here in Senegal or something like that. So here you have the temporary inert, meaning that was a strange marking in which the value of a man depended on his muscle and his physical force, of a woman, of his breast and his virginity, of a child, on his teeth. So the normal weight 60 kg. If the slave doesn't reach 60 kg, so they put him here. And in that cell, he was feeding the local beans that were called nyebe, which they mingled with palm oil in order to make them get temporary inert. So the normal weight 60 kg. If you don't reach 60 kg, so they put you here for a while, feeding you with local beans mingled with palm oil. And it happens sometimes that was revolt. The hardliners, those who lead the rebel, were punished here.
the fighters
Yeah,
were punished
fighters,
there.
those who were leading.
Yeah.
And there was no negotiation. They were called the hardliners of the revolt. So they were punished here. What is strange in that case is that in that kind of situation, so one never knows that if you are sitting or if you are just like this, you are in an intermediate station, which is unstable for your blood and for you to be easy.
Assis même le sol qu'on avait mis, il est ressorti face à nous.
Wait a minute, till I see if I...
Ces gens-là, pour se rappeler, ils sont passés dans les prisons sud-africaines.
You even cannot...
You
Yeah.
can't stand straight.
Yeah, you cannot stand up.
Wow.
That's what was strange. The door of no return.
The door of no return.
And from this side, there were waiting rooms. The slaves were waiting here, They were waiting massively, so mingled here
Yeah.
to go to the boat. And in between the door of Notre and the boat, there was a wooden bridge.
Okay.
And there was some attempt to escape from.
Yeah.
And all those
Who
and here
attempted
also-
to escape?
And also here you have people waiting.
Waiting.
And if you go ahead, then in here you had some black people that were liberated, and then they gave them guns.
Oh,
Every attempt to escape
To escape,
was
they
vanished.
shoot.
Yes, and then there was so many corpses here, dead corpses, and the blood sands attracted the sharks around here. So then this is what we call the door of no return. From that door, that was Farewell Africa. Here stands many famous people. Barack Obama, Pope John Paul II, asking pardon for the participation of the church in giving the Portuguese right to perform.
so
Here,
they
black
had
people here.
black
with
people
their
that
guns.
were here
Yeah, with their guns.
shooting at the
Shooting at
slave
those
that
who
wanted to
want
free.
to escape from the
Yeah.
boat.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's
How did they become free? How did they?
Yeah, they know that the masters, they know that they would be harsh on their
their own
men.
people.
And then they would understand sometimes the African language or the attempt or something like that. Every time they speak with themselves in African language, they should hear it. Just when you want to dive on the water, so then they will show it to you. That's how it works. Oh, so that's it. Okay, that's what you saw. It's Seydina Limamou. Seydina Limamou is the founder of the Islamic Brotherhood of the Lion people, which is nearby where you have your apartment. So this is York, yes, York Lion.
Do you know y'all? That's what you were talking about.
Yeah,
Picture.
yeah, you see.
Not just Democrats. Just so you know.
You see, yeah, this is Pope John Paul II. In the door of no return, 1992. Karol Wojtyla, the Polish.
We wouldn't be here. I mean, we
His
were
real name. And you see, this is William Jefferson Clinton.
And yet the Pope Jean Paul II, in 1992, when he was asking what to to Africa, and the governor
Yeah,
was
Barack
the Pope.
Obama.
You see inside the ship,
Barack Obama.
inside the
Yeah,
ship.
this is William Jefferson
That's
Clinton.
right.
Bill.
Maybe 35%
William
of the
Jefferson.
slave
Yeah.
died this day because the supply was very high in this
That's
ship.
what the jail.
Yeah, the jailer.
So they would just
And
leave
it's
them
an
there to
example
die?
for slaves.
Yeah, not to die, just as a
The
punishment.
Nicholas is the chain, and
The man from Gold, Arkansas.
And the iron door, the iron bed was put in
The
the middle
governor.
of the tree.
This also man is called Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba. Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba also is the founder and the Islamic leader of the Muslim Brotherhood of the Murid. So on the 15th of September, they got a great celebration in Cuba, which is 200 kilometers far from Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba. He was sent into exile in Gabon by the French authorities. They charge him trying to create social unrest and rebellion. So then they put him into exile in Gabon. And now when he gets back from that exile, so that's what the Murid are celebrating on September the 5th. Yeah.
Yes.
No, his departure on his departure.
In England.
Yeah, these are
He's English.
this is the bowl
He's the first
which the slave had on his foot,
A ball?
about 5 kilos.
who abolished slavery.
So in order to make him not go so fast.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he found, this was found inside the house of slave. And these are the things they had.
That they had. Yeah.
We find all this in that house of slave while doing excavations.
Yeah, no, Brazil.
Violence.
Yeah, this thing is oldish. It's heavy. So these are all people that came here. You see Obama. Yeah. Obama's here.
Oui. Il y avait tout le temps les problèmes comme ça. Et s'il y a un qui s'écrit comme ça, et
Et là, vous avez un pépin. Et lui, un concubinage avec les chevaliers de Fouquet qui étaient un gouverneur de France, donc de l'humanité. Et là, vous avez la carte. Pourquoi les Européens se battaient pour son position géographique? Là, vous avez l'Afrique. Là, vous avez le Sénégal. Il lit les gros trucs là. Parce que l'île est africaine la plus proche de l'Amérique.
D'accord.
Raison à laquelle les Européens se battaient pour l'île. Ils débarquaient de l'Europe avec des pacots, c'était un job de 100 $. De venir en Afrique de défendre contre des esclaves.
So over here, the master, the slave master would stand here and the slaves would come out from the bottom where it's dark, hardly any light. They come through here to be outside. The master will pick whatever woman he wants and will do what he has to do.
Initially, that was how the house was
Yeah.
at Colas. This was the first French governor in the island.
But you know, the crazy thing is, the country, the land, so much land, but they still fight. If one was already here, stationed. Now, why do the Dutch, the French, still fight for that spot? Move, take your ship, go somewhere else where no one is there. Then you.
Because I think that
So
in
greedy.
terms of at that time, technically speaking, wow.
So this is the fruit of the babao tree. Strange looking tree.
Listen, Ella. And then you see that's the bat. You know a bat?
Yeah.
Yeah. When the flower is out, in order to give the fruit, then yeah. When the flower is just like this, that's a bat that comes to take the male to the female, in order to make the fecundation. Yes.
So it's a bat.
It's
That's
a bat.
that
Yeah,
word.
that's, you see, there are different types of fecundation in the nature. Sometimes the pollen see are passing by the wind, others
Or-
in the water, and there are some birds,
That's
the insects, and also a bat.
The bat.
Yeah, is for the baobab. It's the bat that plays that role
Okay.
in order to
To
yeah.
Are there descendants of the ones who have the kids with masters?
Excellency is only meant for young ladies, for young girls. At the national level, they organize every year a kind of contest. So that contest is for the harsh selection of 25 or around 35 young girls. They came in that school, which is called Mariamaba, and then all are paid by the government. All their studies up to the A level, and then later on they went to university. So that's a kind of promoting the equality of chance between boys and girls in order to have access to education.
Okay.
And then this kind of fountains are very, very familiar in terms of architecture in the Portuguese or Spanish town.
Okay.
It's a fountain? Yeah, that was the fountain.
Back there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but right now it's
It's just sitting there.
as a colonial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A structure
colonial
that
rights,
was
yes.
for that time.
Be careful. We now heading for the church,
Okay.
the main church of the island, which was the second one, because the first church that the white people built here is now the present police office.
Police office.
Yeah, this came later on.
Oh, okay.
It is in the 18th century, 1820, 1820, 1830. Yes.
Oh, okay.
That church. Yes.
But If you think about the church and what was going on here, that's
the master. People say that the master came here to pray.
to pray.
Yeah.
Wow.
We ask if their prayers will be accepted.
So this is the
You want
church.
to go inside, I believe.
Not really. You want to go inside?
You want to go inside to see?
All right.
how
Let me
it
take.
is,
This is the church that was
Yeah,
there.
this church, for example, dates back from just before the end of slavery, 1813.
Oh, before.
Yeah, 18 years before. And that's the masters that were coming here to pray. We
Come
asked
here.
if their prayers was accepted.
Yeah. So this is the church. All the pictures have white features.
That's something which is very recent in the island, the 18th century. But the first church, the Portuguese built here, is the actual police office. I'll show you later on.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still on the island. There goes my friend Nadia, the tour guy. So the Portuguese were here first, then the French came, the Dutch came, everybody's fighting for the spot.
Side of the island. In here, they built the fortifications. If we talk about Goree
Goree.
Island with the guns of Navarone, a movie,
Okay.
so then that's one part of the movie that was played here.
Ah,
So then it's what we call the castle.
okay.
And then in front of us here, the White House was the secondary residence of Leopold Sédar Senghor.
That's the...
The first president of Senegal. So the presidential palace is just that White House over here.
That White
Just in
House?
front, yeah, with the
Oh, okay, I
with the
see.
green roof.
Yeah.
That's the presidential palace. And on the weekend, like Saturday, Sunday, we retired here to have rest.
Ah, okay.
Since
UNESCO?
1978, the island is World Heritage.
Okay.
So if you want to renovate just one brick, you have to have
Permission.
UNESCO on permission of UNESCO. That's why all these are falling in ruin, waiting for administrative procedure.
What the
They are
hell
too
is
long.
that? I can't believe that.
Because that was also a manner of saving the island
To save it.
on the hands of rich people in Dakar. They were buying
They're buying all
houses.
over. Ah,
And
okay.
if we let it go like this, so
Then-
they would buy the whole island. It would be a private,
Yeah.
a private city. So that's what the government wanted to avoid, and then he gives it to UNESCO
Ah, okay.
as a World Heritage.
But the administrative red tape, it takes too
So
long.
one part is the Senegalese government. You got to pay from the Senegalese government. And then later on, the Senegalese government give you this. This is the what we can call the city.
The city, yeah.
Yes.
It looks very much like a city.
Yeah.
It is very much a city.
All these places you have banks,
City bank.
insurances, and yes.
Yeah.
gis place foofu rek moo wàññi. So this building is now the Foreign Affairs Minister. So then this Foreign Affairs Minister was during the colonial period, the first Palace of Justice the French built here. Just in front you see the scales, which is the sign of justice.
Okay,
So that was the
scale.
first, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's the sign of justice. That was the first Palace of Justice. And in here, so over there was the Palace of the Governor.
The governor.
When Dakar was seen as the capital city of the all 9 African colonies. So then the governor was there. And in business, so let's go. When they were doing business, that was the Chamber of Trade. What we call the Chamber of Trade over there. So then that was a kind of stock exchange where peanuts, most of Chambre de Commerce.
Oh, okay.
So where
Chambers.
the main traders, they came.
They came.
Yes. And then in here, so as I explained you earlier, when there was another population in the island of Goree,
Yeah.
in 1857, officially in the history written by the French people, they consider the birth of Dakar. When they just came here, they were asking to people, so what is the name of the place? Then they mistook it, giving the name of the tree, which is Tamarindo, which is called Dakar.
Dakar.
Yeah, that's
Do you have
how-
those trees here?
Yeah, just that tree is. And then these are the colors of the Senegalese flag. All over the place, South Asian, bank, that could be considered as the heart of the city. Independence Square. So this is, for example, kind of monument for those who fought in the 1940 First World War and Second World War. And from here, you can take a picture. This is Senegalese pine. It might be just similar to these apples, tamarindo.
Oh, okay.
But I think that at that time, when it was not made just like this, the tree was just around here. We used to come here and take photos. Yeah, we do. They do just they catch the waves so that you can put plastic in it. Yeah, you see. Yes, they can clear, they can traffic. They do this nearby here, and then the government says why not trafficking from the sea, so that they make these facilities. Okay. Yes, we were organizing visits, but all the visits due to the COVID is suspended. They are not, they are reopening. Yeah, I went there.
You lie. You have not. You live in high-end area too. I know.
Naaj bi saa xam nga yow naaj tàng bi nga gis gars yi ci biti. Ku gis ci biti rek xam naa.
bu ñu déggee suñu 43 la. te loolu dafa dawaat mu feex moo tax mu nekk 35 mais 43.
Donc xaaral ba octobre.
moo tax ren tubaab bi ñu bari na.
We also have pyramids. These are the pyramids of Dakar.
See, they have it over there. That's the somebody up the street.
And when there was a violent rains If God had given me the dream to make it, I don't think that God will block me. So they started and built the mosque. It was 5 years, 5 months and 5 days. Yeah. That was strange. And in Islam, we have 5 prayers a day. Yeah, that was magic.
So 5 is a big number.
Yeah, 5 is a big
So
number.
5 fingers.
Yeah, 5 fingers. Yeah.
And
5 days.
5 days.
5 prayers, 5 days, 5 months, and 5 years. That's the duration. So the population that are living here, they all come yeah. They give them enjoy the
And then the see is the residential.
yeah, residential area. First place. First place.